everyone, it's me, Hyper Dragons, and today I figured I would do a Pokemon normal mono run. Mind you, I've never done a normal mono run. I've never done any mono runs before, and so I figured that, hey, let's just try one out and see how hard it can't be that hard, right? So I'm doing the normal type mono run, and there's not many normal types in this region. There's a select few, but there's not as many as the water types per se. But anyways, we start our journey in the backbone moving van as usual. Our mother greets us at the door and welcomes us to our home. And then Professor Elm needs our help, so we have to use a Pokemon that's not normal type. So I just picked Torchic. And then after I struggle to pick a Torchic, I scratch my way towards defeating it. And then I grind a little bit. And then I find a Zigzagoon. After I get the Pokeballs from May and Professor Birch, I catch the Zigzagoon, and then I put the Torchic in the box, and Zigzagoon right here, named Ben, will be our brand new starter. And yeah, it was very difficult to find names for these Pokemon. I'm not really good with nicknames on the spot, but we put the Torchic inside the PC. Right where it belongs, because it's not normal type, that's why its name is not normal. And we go and find our next Pokemon, the next member, Talo. And Talo is normal flying, and it's really good for its ability and its facade power too. And I struggled to catch it, but I managed to catch it after I get it a little lower. Well, not lower, but I catch it, and then we nickname it Guts because that's its ability, and Swallow can sweep the entire endgame if possible. So we name him Guts, and then we move on to Petalburg Forest, where we get our next encounter. And Petalburg Forest, we find a Slackoth. And mind you, Slackoth is super rare. And it has the Truant ability, which is not fun, like at all. But yeah, see, Guts, we get Guts. But yeah, Truant Slackoth is not really good. I was hesitant if I wanted to evolve it to its final stage for that extra power, or just keep it a Vigoroth for, so it doesn't get that Truant ability, but you'll see in the end what I do. But we managed to catch the Slackoth, which is good because it's only normal type in the forest we can get until we get over to Respiro City, where we can get our next encounters. So we catch the Slackoth, and I decided to name the Slackoth Normette. That's a girl, and Norman's ace is a Slacking, and it's a girl. So I was gonna name it after my father, because my father in this game, normal type gym leader, we're doing this journey to follow in his footsteps. So after that, we go around, we get a few more items that we might need, because I am using items in battle for my first time doing this. And we find a research guy getting mugged by a Team Aqua Grunt, and we take care of the Team Aqua Grunt with a few switching around, switch training, and some tackles from Ben. And although Sand Attack is really annoying to deal with, we take him out, and wasn't a threat at all. And he gives us a Great Ball, and we get our next powered up normal type move, Cut. And I go ahead and willingly grab that. One, because I need to, and two, because it's higher critical, no, not higher critical, but it has a higher attack stat. We find our next encounter, which is a Whismur. Whismur is okay. Its Exploud is decent, but not the greatest. But for now, we have to work with what we got, honestly. Like I said, there's not a lot of normal types in Hoenn. Water types, for example, that's a different story, but this is normal, so we can't really do anything about that. Although normal types are known for knowing a lot of really good type coverage moves and diversity, like electric type moves, water type moves, fire, ice. Really good, but they're like very not defensively good because of their type. They're effective again. Everything's effective towards it, except of Ghost. And one of the Elite Four members is a Ghost type member. But we find a Skitty along the way, and Skitty, everyone knows Skitty is not good at all. But I had to give it a shot. And who knows, maybe Skitty will come in handy. I don't know how well Skitty is, but we pick it up, put it onto the team because we need to, and I think we're ready to take on the very first gym leader, Roxanne. But again, Roxanne is rock type and we're all normal types, and we don't have any sort of coverage moves besides Bullet Seed, but we can't learn Bullet Seed after we got that TM. So we just have our only option is to just cut and tackle and scratch and all that not good stuff against a rock type gym leader. But we name our Skitty Crescent. We move on to the gym, and we test out our team's strength for the first battle against this trainer, youngster Josh, in the gym. And we see I did a little grinding and try to see how much damage I can do against level 10 Geodude, and I just tickle him. I don't do a lot. I don't know why I do this to myself. But there is Roxanne, ready to fight her. I'm not confident at all, but you know, you gotta do it in order to progress. So I go for an attract since I'm a male and that Geodude's a female, which infatuates it, puts it to a trance of like love, and luckily sometimes it misses a few attacks, but it hits a Rock Tomb unfortunately, and I use a Growl to try and lower its attack, so my other Pokemon don't get swept by this Geodude. And so a few more Growl spams, and then I go ahead and switch out after I get killed. Well, I'm not gonna switch, I'm just gonna get killed over here. After I spam Tail Whips because it's still in love with me for some reason. I'm not complaining about that, but... And so, after spamming my status moves and abusing it, I finally go down. And then we bring out Guts and hoping that a Wing Attack will do enough, but a Rock Tomb one-shot this after spamming Growl. Roxanne Potions, I go for a Scratch. Churra is really scary. So I switch out, I bring out Ben, go for some Sand Attack spams, and then I go for some Growls to go lower its attack stat some more. Goes for some defense curls, but I go for Tail Whips to try and get some stab headbutts and hopefully a possible flinch. Not doing too much, but it's doing a good amount. She heals, of course she does, because everyone does like to heal. And I take out the Geodude, and then her ace is a Nose Pass, so before I pass away I'm going to go, and never mind I can't even do that. I go for a Yawn, try and lower its, make it fall asleep so I can do some damage to it. And I go spam Cut, even though Cut, as you can see, is doing nothing at all. And I get one shot by a Rock Tomb, and then I already know I lost this battle. It's hardening, it's being weird now, it's just making me suffer. And clearly we need to do a little bit more grinding or think of a different strategy to take on Roxanne, because this is not looking too good for us at all. We go back with some held items with some Oran Berries to hopefully get some free healing in. Despite I can use healing items in battle, like man-made items, because I'm using items, but I figured that why don't we just use Oran Berries to save us some money since we already gathered a bunch of Oran Berries. The same strategy with Crescent, I use Growl a bunch of times, and then I just keep spamming my status moves. My Oran Berry takes effect, I go for some Tail Whips to go and try and lower its defense as well. And then it keeps on hitting me with rock type moves for some reason, even though I'm growling it and it's in love with me, but you know. And it goes to go heal, of course, because why wouldn't it heal? And so I just keep on going for tackle after tackle after tackle, hopefully to just get it down, since it's not doing a whole lot to me. And the Geodude's health bar is not moving. I got a crit, which was nice. That kind of saved some chunk of time. Brings out another Geodude. I don't switch out. I just go for I'm gonna go for more status moves, but I decided to go and heal Crescent because Crescent is the one that can do the most with Attract and Growl. That's the only one with an annoying cheese moveset, but I fortunately get one shot by her Geodude. So I go for some sand attack spams once more, and it goes for some defense curls, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is, I guess. And then we go, another Rock Tomb hits, and then I go for some Tail Whips. Thornberry takes effect, and I go for some Headbutts, which is doing enough damage, thankfully. And so yeah, that Geodude takes down, and now it's just up to the Nose Pass to take care of us. So I go for some sand attacks, and it blocks me so I can't switch out, so I just keep going, and I know I'm going to faint anyway, so I just keep on lowering its attack and defense and stuff before I go get out of here. Bring out Normet, and I go for a Yawn to put it to sleep, and then I go for a Cut. And, not doing a whole lot despite all the tail whips I've been doing and stuff, but go for an Encore so I can keep on spamming Tackle on that Rock Tomb so it's not the stab on me. And then I keep on going for Cut after Cut, and I also learned Slack Off so I can heal while I'm in battle and not have to waste any healing potions, but it is a risk because of Churont, which is still kind of annoying to deal with, but we luckily take out the Nose Pass after it spams Harden. And so that's the first gym leader down after only, what is it, 2 attempts? Yeah, 2 attempts, and Roxanne has been defeated and she is out, which is nice to know. And she gives us the Team Rock Tomb, which is going to be really helpful in the future, but for now I'm taking a breather to relax after beating Roxanne, which is probably the hardest early games battles to take care of. And so yeah, we take care of that. And then we go and battle May, which is a little tricky because she has a level 13 Torkoal. Mind you, Torkoal's especially defensive and super bulky. So we go for a normal skitty tactics. We go for Attract and then we spam status moves. Fortunately, I'm scared of that Torkoal because I don't know how she has one, so I switch out and I bring out and then she brings out her Mudkip, her starter. She's probably wondering where my starter's at, and I don't have it no more. My starter is Ben. Ben will be my forever starter. So we go to Brawly, and yet another hard battle because we're normal types and Brawly's fighting, which is kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. So we go for a... Can't even go for that because we just get killed. So I bring out Guts because I know Guts can do something, but I don't bring him out actually because I'm an idiot. I bring out and I try to go for a Pound, but you know, one-shots me with Karate Chop after using Bulk Up once, and it's not looking good for me at all, really. It's kind of just very annoying to deal with because Bulk Up is annoying, and when I only have one per Pokemon that can actually do something, it gets killed instantly. And so yeah, I have to just bring this, I just have to do this battle again, but just bring out Guts first because clearly it's not the way to do this battle. So we try again, and I bring out Guts first because that's the smart decision to do. I go for a wing attack to go and take care of the Machop, which doesn't kill, sadly, because I'm still not strong, and it goes for a Bulk Up, and I'm not risking any more like healing or whatever, so I kill it with another wing attack because I am not trying to get swept again by a level 16 Machop because that's not fun. And so it goes out, and then out comes Meditite, but Meditite doesn't really, it's not really a threat because the only move it has, attacking move it has is Focus Punch. So it can't do like anything at all if I keep attacking it. As you can see, it's over there tightening its focus. But the Meditite goes down rather quickly, not rather quickly, really quickly, after a little bit of annoying healing. Take it out with a quick attack after it heals again because, you know, gym leaders like to stall with a Pokemon that's not going to do anything for them. And out comes Brawly's ace, Makuhita. And Makuhita, I believe, has Rock Tomb. which is kind of scary to deal with the only Pokemon that can actually do something in this fight. Thankfully, I'm so thankful that I have Guts on this team. Like, without Guts, I probably wouldn't have even gone this far because of how, like, it's the only Pokemon in my team with a secondary type, which helps it out immensely for this battle too, but in the future it might have some downfalls with the Electric Gym, but goes for a Vital Throw, and sadly it kills me, but I have my entire team left in the back, so I shouldn't be too worried, and hopefully it doesn't kill all 4 of my Pokemon with just, you know, half health. So I go for a Sing, and I miss sadly because, you know, 50% accuracy moves are very fun, and it one-shots me, which I was not surprised, but it is what it is. Bring out Normet, and I go for a Yawn, and so it hits me with a Vital Throw because the only stab it has on me, and it critical hits one-shots me. Crit probably didn't even matter, but it still did it anyway. And so I bring out because the next turn Makita is going to fall asleep, so I figured I would just do some sort of damage before I faint too. So I go for an Uproar, and it has a little bit higher. I know it keeps Pokemon awake sometimes, but I don't get one shot. Oh, I do get one shot. Okay. And then it falls asleep. Then I go for a Headbutt, and it's super bulky for some reason. I'm really underleveled, and I have to train. And it's still asleep, and thankfully, if it wasn't asleep, I probably would have lost again, but I salute to you, Normet, for putting it to sleep with your annoying moveset. Same with Skitty too. And so we get our second gym badge. And we also get the TM Bulk Up, which is going to be really useful in the future because it raises our attack and defense, and that's the stats that we prioritize for normal types. Or, well, for this mono run at least. Yeah, hasn't been too bad, and we get our very first evolution. Normet evolves. This is the part where I was conflicted if I wanted to keep it as a Vigoroth or evolve it to a Slacking because of the ability changes. Because Vigoroth gets Vital Sleep, which is really good because you don't get put to sleep, but then again, it lacks power, and there's no Eviolite in this game, and Slacking is just stats of a legendary, but the ability just really pushes it off the edge. But we go into the battle with May, our rival, and she brings out her Lombre, and I bring out my Guts, and I one-shot it with Wing Attack because it's a Lombre. Okay, I lied. It's not gonna get one shot. It's gonna go for a Swift Nature Power, and it hits because it never misses. And then I go for another Wing Attack, which takes it out. And then she brings out her next Pokemon after I get some nice chunky XP for level 19. I also learned Double Team, which is a very useful move since I can't really do much with all the other moves I have. I got Steel Wing from Steven Stone in the mine in the cave, so that's some coverage against rock types that we can use. And yeah, I learned Double Team, and May's gonna bring out Slugma, which is very interesting despite she had a Torkoal in the beginning, but she one-shots with Rock Tomb. I headbutt her, but then I fall asleep because of Yawn. I go to level 20, which is nice. And then and she brings out her Mars Stomp, and then I go for some headbutts, but I fall asleep, and then I get O-Code. And then I bring out to go and pound the Mars Stomp to death, but it has Water Gun and Bide, so I was kind of scared to deal with. And it's a boy, so I can't use a track, so I have to go hopefully hit the Sing. And I cross my fingers, hope that it hits. It doesn't, because, you know, it's 50%. Why would it hit, you know? So Normet is reliable now because it doesn't have any sort of restrictions, but we get Ben to evolve. Our starter is now with Linoon, which is nice, a huge power spike for us. Flame Belly Drum, which is nice too. But yeah, our team is looking pretty decent so far right now. And so she gives us the item finder, which is useless for me because we're not really searching for items all that much. We're just trying to beat the game with normal type Pokemon only. So, but she leaves, and then we go and take on. Wattson. Before we take on Wattson, Guts is evolving. Probably the biggest power-up in the team so far is the Swallow. Guts, Facade, it's, I don't even know what, it's like illegal. That's how strong it is. And I feel like it's illegal because of how strong Swallow is. But sure, it evolved. And then we got Odd to evolve as well, so our whole team is coming up together. We're building it pretty nice right now. Skitty won't evolve until we get the Moonstone, which is further into the game. But I'm not too worried about that. Our team is all pretty evolved. And we are looking good. We have a Loudred, and I think that the Mobile Gym shouldn't be too much of a problem. So the battle starts normal with a Voltorb, and we bring out to start a new power. We go for a Pound, but it blows itself up because it just wants to, but I still survive, so it's kind of a waste of time for him to do that. And so it brings out his Electrike, and so I switch over to Ben to go and hit a Headbutt because Stab and Power, but I get paralyzed due to static, and so I'm slower now, but the Electric flinches, but it goes for a Shockwave, and Shockwave never misses. It does not check accuracy, so it does a bit of damage to me, but I go take out the Electric with a Headbutt. And I'm feeling pretty confident about myself. Nothing could stop me. My team is pretty good right now. I learned Mud Sport, which I learned temporarily because of this gym, and I can lower the power of electric type moves, but I learned in the future that it's useless because when you're frail as a Linoon, it doesn't matter. But Sonic Boom always hits for 20, I go for a Mud Sport, and then I miss because of paralysis, then I faint due to Shockwave, and so I bring out Normat to go use Juan, and I pass out, but I go for a Astonish, but I try to, but I die, and then I go for a Sing, and I die again, and then I go for my last one that's obviously weak to this gym. You know how it ends. We're at it again, and we go for a Yawn against the Manectric, and the Manectric hits a Shockwave, and the power of the Manectric is extremely strong. It's like, it's scary. It's drowsy, and then we go for a Slack Off because it's going to use for a Shockwave. And it faints, and we bring out Ben, but it falls asleep, and just like the Rock type gym, I pray that the sleep can help us. And I'm at 1 health, and I try to find something that can help me in this situation, but nothing does. And I try to potion stall, but obviously it's not going to work because it's going to Shockwave, and then I faint again. I go again, and he heals again, and then Shockwaves me, and he kills me again. So we bring out Normat, and Normat can take out this Manectric, hopefully. Goes for a quick attack. I faint. Surprisingly, I didn't think that Manectric could do that much damage to that. So we bring out Guts, and thankfully we still have quick attack on us, and since we have normal stab, that should be enough to take out the Manectric. And it is. And just like that, after two deaths against Wattson, he's down and out, and he gives us the TM for Shockwave, which plenty of my Pokemon on my team can learn that move, so that's coverage against flying types and water types, which is nice. I have to heavily rely on a bunch of TMs on this run because of how weak normal type movesets are, and especially in Gen 3, like, they only learn, like, 95% normal type moves and, like, a select few random moves, like, that are not beneficial in any sort of way. So, like, at the end of the run, my team's gonna have a bunch of, PMs on them, and items that moves that they don't normally learn, but we catch a Spinda for our next member. We grab a Moonstone on our way to save the scientist, Professor Cosmo, and Crescent evolves into a beautiful Delcatty. And mind you, first time using a Delcatty, so I wonder how this will go for me. But we do get a Delcatty, and it is amazing. We go and battle Archie, and Archie has a very strong team consists of a Mightyena, a Camerupt, and I'm not sure what the last one is, but his team is it's strong. Well, not for the first battle we have, but I hit a Sing thankfully, but Archie's teams throughout this game are very annoying to deal with, but we try to hit for a Sing, but we miss. We go for a Sing again, we hit it, thankfully. I think it's the luck of the evolved Delcatty on our side, but I go for Assist, and Assist works as any move that your team members have, you can use. It's at random though. So I hit a Steel Wing, and I hit a Mud Sport, which is useless against this because he has no electric types on his team. Go for a Strength, and Odd takes him out, and Maxie's defeated for the first time. Not too challenging. Kind of annoying, but not too challenging to deal with. And now we go to Flannery. Flannery, for Nuzlocke is a run ender. Same with Winona and Altaria, but Overheat is just something else. It's way too strong. But with Normet, we go for a cut. We take out the Numel and wants to learn Endura, but I reject it because we don't really need it right now. Overheat is overpowering us right now. Bring out Polka. And Polka does take out the Slugma, thankfully, but the camera comes out, and it goes for Overheat, and it's just... This is not even her ace, and she has a camera up. I go for a track that's a girl, and I go for some tackle spamming. But I realized that it's not going to do too much, so I try to go for a Sing. And I hit the Sing, thankfully. And I go for some more tackles. Go stab. And it just wakes up, but it's still in love with me though still, which is nice. And Tract is such an annoying status move to deal with. It's just it's beneficial. But we bring out Ben, and Ben takes out Camerupt, and she brings out her ace, Torkoal, which has a white herb and also has Overheat. So I can use Overheat for free, get its stats back up to normal again. And so I try to take him out with Guts, but it goes for an Attract and I fall in love with it, and then it overpowers me and takes me out. And that's the end of that. We try again. Shouldn't be too hard this time. But I'll just let the gameplay play out for this. I believe this is the last one, so I'll let this one play out. And just like that, Flannery is defeated after 3 attempts, it looks like. She gives us overheat, a team will we not be touching, and now time to face our father, the guy that we tried so hard to become. Should we be taking his gym leader position? Let's see and find out. I'm going for a rock smash because it has a 50% chance to lower defense, and it also is stab. Not stab, but it's super effective against his gym. That's the only fighting type power I have. And so I go for a wing attack to take out the Spinda, and he raises his Vigoroth, and I go for a Endeavor, and then go for another Endeavor again. I faint, sadly, but I bring out Ben to take them out with strength, and then here is his slacking. It's the scary beast with counter. It's just, I go for sand attacks and hope that nothing bad happens, and then it's loafing around helps, but I faint still. So I bring up my Vigoroth, I bring up my Normet, and I go for a cut, and I go for another cut, but it goes for counter, so I go for Yawn before I pass out, and I go for a tackle, and then I keep on, it keeps healing. Trainers and the hyper potions really messed me up and really irritated me this run. I'm not sure how long it will be for me to do another mono run, but if you guys do want me to, let me know in the comment section down below what type I should do and what game I should do it for, and I will definitely look into that. But we take out his last Pokemon, and he's defeated with our Normet. I'm sorry, Father, but we are the better normal type gym trainer. You should just retire and let us take over for you. It's okay, you can retire early. Well, he gives us the balance badge, and he also gives us TM Facade, which is the godsend of TMs, especially for Swellow. And then a little more progress after we get Surf and whatnot, we go battle our rival May again, and we go for a Yawn to take out this Lombre because it's a Lombre, like last time. She has her Slugma, I take care of the Slugma. Normet's is putting in the work right now, and defeated May just like that, with just only Normet. She gives us Fly, and then we go over to Fortress City, and we go talk to Steven Stone, and he gives us a Devon Scope to go find our next team member, Kecleon. Never used a Kecleon before, but hopefully he will be a good team member on the team. A good team member on the team, yeah. But we name him Gex because, I don't know. Gex is cool, I guess. I don't know. But now it's on to take on Winona. She is super scary. Her team is just scary in general. But we try to surpass that with the team of power of normal types. So she brings her Tropius. I bring out my Guts and I go for a Fly, which is super effective because it's part grass. But she likes to keep healing with Synthesis and Sunny Day, and that gives it more health. It's being annoying, but I take it out thankfully. She has her Pelipper, and I gave Crescent Shockwave, which is good. It's working because it's killed a Pelipper. And so we bring out, for our next one, we bring out against Skarmory. So I go for a Howl, and I try to hit for Astonish. Nope, it does some damage. It does a little bit, but not too much. We go for Polka to go for Hypnosis, and sadly it doesn't work. I'm gonna go for Roller Reliable Normet with Yawn. I'm gonna go for some cuts, but that's the only thing we can do until we get to the move relearner to delete cut to get a better normal type move, because that's what we're stuck with. And the moveset I have is amazing and I don't want to replace anything with it. So we go and heal up with Slack Off, and then we go for a Surf because the Zigzagoon is known as the HM Mule. And so we have Surf, which saves us actually. We switch over to Guts, we go for a Facade for we Faint. We go bring out Normet to go for a Yawn. And it goes for a Dragon Dance, which is kind of scary, so I try to make it go spam Dragon Dance, but it uses Dragon's Breath instead before. And so it's just stuck doing Dragon's Breath now, and without Earthquake, it can't stab, and it can't kill me. Talking too fast. Without, it had stab, but it was going to use Earthquake, and that was going to do a lot, but now it's on to May for our last final battle. Unfortunately, she doesn't evolve her starter, which is unfortunate, but she does evolve her Long Range to a Ludicolo, which is no problem with Oz over here taking care of everything, doing all the work for us. And so yeah, that's the last time we get to battle our rival. Again, unfortunately she doesn't have fully evolved starter, but she's not really doing what I'm doing, she's just doing the Pokedex and all that, but she leaves, and then we go and watch as evolves into its final stage, an Exploud. Exploud's stats are okay, and it can learn a lot of variety of moves. It can learn like Thunder, Blizzard, Ice Beam, Fire Blast, all that good stuff. Now I go take on Archie again, and so I go for a Rock Smash, which doesn't get the lower defense sadly, but it uses Swagger, which raises our attack when we're confused, so hopefully if we snap out of confusion we can hit really hard for free, thanks to Archie's dumb strategy, I guess, by confusing me, but I still kill it. And he brings in his Crobat, which is cool. Crobat's cool, but no matter for Ben over here. Ben has Surf, which doesn't quite take it out because it's not a special attacker, but bring out Normet with the new move Strength. That's going to help us out with more power. 50 power compared to 80 is a lot. And Normet evolves into a Slacking. I decide to evolve it, and these gym leaders were the most frustrating gym leaders in the entire run I have played Emerald. I think they have more than 2 Hyper Potions, since I guess it counts it as like they're both 2 trainers and it's a double battle, but like you're gonna see how many times I've fainted in this battle because of how many times they heal. It was outrageously annoying. Like, I lost so many times against Tate and Liza. Like, they had like 4, like 6 Hyper Potions. I don't know how many they had, but they were putting in the work for me though. It was really frustrating. I'll let you guys just watch me struggle with these gym leaders. But yeah, it was super annoying. If you guys have stayed for this long for the video, I appreciate this. This is my first time doing a mono run and doing a voiceover like this, so Took me a lot of time to put this video out here. So, liking the video is much appreciated and it helps me out. So, thank you if you do choose to do that. If not, it's perfectly fine. I hope you guys just enjoy the content that I'm giving out to you guys. But yeah, I go for a shockwave, go for a facade again, and then it's just the same cycle. I get really close, they heal, their confidence grows back, they're like, yeah, take that. And then even they even help me, which is unfortunate because they're all weak to water. And it just, I don't know. I don't know what I was supposed to do at that time. I didn't have much to work with. All I had was normal types against these ground and rock types. There's too many ground and rock types. I should have reconsidered picking a different type to do for this run. Probably water. That would be too oversaturated for this region. So I chose something basic and new for my introduction to the mono run series, or challenge runs as you'd like to call them. But yeah, it's just, I finally defeat, after using Screech on the Lunatone, I used Steel Wing. Steel Wing came in so clutch for this battle. Like, these guys are just so frustrating to deal with. They keep healing. It's like, how many do they have? It's ridiculous. Yeah, get that thing out of here. Normet comes out. This thing is over. Solrock is going bye-bye. Get out of my face. Like, I don't know what you're doing. Over there doing too much is what you're doing. And finally beat Tate and Liza. Super annoying. But they gave us Calm Mind, which will be useful in the future. We go to the weather station to go help Steven Stone against Archie and the admin leader. So we have to Sector 3, so I pick Ben, and Normet. Then we go, and for this battle we get help from Steven with some steel types, so that's helpful for me, but not really at the same time because this is against fire type Pokemon, pretty much, majority of them are. But with some steel types and some different power involved, it's helpful. But I go for a Screech against the camera, but it doesn't really matter because it's already taken half health. But bring up both their Medianas, and they have Intimidates, and my strength doesn't do all that much, but when they swagger me, Semi-Like Confusion, my attack stat goes up over the roof, and it's just, like, I don't know what they're doing, but take care of the Camerupt, and the Crobat comes out. I unfortunately pass, but I bring out my Lanoon, and I go for some strengths, and they all target me because that's fun, and I bring out Normet, take care of the rest. And then we go over to battle Archie. Archie was way more easier than that double battle, but Normet's growing on me a little bit. Slacking as a Pokemon in general is growing on me a little bit, which is saying a lot because my favorite Pokemon ever is Chikorita, and that's not because of its design, but just it's my favorite Pokemon of all time, and I love that thing. But we wake up a giant, ancient, legendary snake to go stop its children from being loud and annoying and about to destroy the world. So we enjoy a beautiful cutscene over in Mossdeep City. Not Mossdeep, Sutupulus City, I think that's what you call it. And then the world's at peace, and then no more evil villains now. We now taken the last leader, Juan. He has a love disc, and I have Shockwave still. I did not want to use Thunderbolt to my team for Thunderbolt yet because I wanted to see if anyone else was going to need it for anything. So I just kept Shockwave on Crescent for the time being until later on in the future. And so Wishcast comes out, and I go for a Strength, which takes it out, luckily. And then he brings out a Celio, which is really bulky, and it takes it out with a water pulse. I bring out Crescent and I go for a shockwave. Doesn't do too much, but does some damage. I go for a facade on Guts. He heals because, you know, everyone has to heal with hyper potions. I faint with that one. I bring out Normet. Strength doesn't take it out all the way. And then he brings out his Crawdon, which is super frail. So, but for some reason, it kills my Normet. And so takes out that, and then Kingdra, I go for a Screech, and it goes for an annoying double team rest combo with Chesterberry. Like, get that thing out of here. I get Water Pulse as a TM. In my opinion, pretty mediocre for the 8th gym battle reward, but it is what it is. And now we are on to Victory Road. We go and battle Wally. Wally's a cakewalk because, no offense to Wally, but it's Wally. And so we take him out. We go for a strength on his Altaria. Delcatty. He has one just like me, but his is a girl, mine's a boy. I go for a Rock Smash because it's the defense drop, which I luckily get, and I go for a Facade, which does not kill, annoyingly enough. It goes for Dragon Dance and Tree Attack with the assist. And it goes for a Magneton, so I bring out Normet to go and take care of that. And I go for a Yawn to put it to sleep, and I go for a Strength. And for Roselia, it's just one Strength, and for Gardevoir, it's another Strength, and I bring out to go Strength it, and then that is it. Wally is down and out. Now for the Elite Four. Elite Four was okay. Champion was annoying. Like, I got past the Elite Four first try, but the amount of times I've died against Wallace, like my team was like in the mid 50s. It was like look at my team now, and then at the end of the game, my team will be like all like around like the mid 50s. It was ridiculously annoying. I had to go back to Victory Road and grind a little bit too, which is frustrating to do. But when you lose against the champion multiple times, you have to battle the Elite Four again, and they gave you a bunch of XP. So losing to the Elite Four was really annoying too. But Sydney is not a problem at all. He's he's a dark type, really weak defensive stat, except for Umbreon. Umbreon's an exception, but really defensive type, I meant to say. But he gets taken out rather easily, rather quickly, and I go teach Normet Earthquake, and I give everyone has new moves. Has Strength, Screech, Fire Blast, and Ice Beam. Anyone has Strength, Surf, Rock Smash, and Shadow Ball for that stab, since Ghost hit moves are stab in Generation 3. And Delcatty has Thunderbolt, Calm Mind, Blizzard, and Attract. Really good moveset. Probably my favorite one in this entire run, in my opinion. And then I have Guts has Fly, Facade, Steel Wing, and Quick Attack. Cacleon has Thunder, Substitute, Strength, and Flash. Not really the best moveset, but it put some work into the battles. And Normet has Strength, Earthquake, Slack Off, and Encore. And who else am I missing? I don't think I'm missing anyone, I don't think. But yeah, all the movesets were pretty good. They were all really decent movesets. And I had to work with what I got because I had very limited money, but when you get money from the Elite Four multiple times, if you lose, it works. It works out for you. Yeah, Phoebe's out. Then we go to Glacier. So what I do is I spam Calm Mind with Crescent, and I go and I have Thunderbolt. So that's, and then it goes. Mind you, I use Attract and it keeps hitting me through Body Slam, which is shocking, kind of annoying, but it does. So I go for some Calm Minds again, and I go for a heal one more time, and I go for some Thunderbolts. I pre-burned my Swallow to take care of for Facade for maximum power. And brings out her Glalie. I go for a Thunderbolt. She goes for another Ice Beam, and I freeze, annoyingly enough. Kind of crazy, right? 10% chance, and the 10% chance hit. And I go for a Thunderbolt, but brings out Light Screen, so that has special moves. I bring out another healing item, and I go for Thunderbolt, paralyzes it, I take it out that way. Another Glalie. Glalie goes and blows itself up because it's... I don't know why it does that, but it does that though. I believe it does it? Oh, it doesn't want to do it, okay. It did though. Many of my runs, it used self-destruct on itself. Oh sorry, not Quick Attack on Guts. Aerial Ace. But yeah. I take out the Wall Rain, and that was that. And then for this guy, oh boy, this Shelgon spamming Protect was super annoying to deal with. I had to use Flash, but Flash's accuracy is super bad that I can even lower stuff even when I wanted to. I, not surprisingly, faint. I bring out to use Ice Beam because I needed Ice type coverage against these Dragon types because normal type moves weren't going to cut it for this battle. It keeps on wasting healing items on the Shelgon for some reason. There's a Lataria. I don't one-shot it, sadly, but I switch out and I bring out Guts. For a Salamence, I go for a Facade, but it takes me out. I go for and to see if I can take that out, but it uses Crunch. Bring out Crescent to go for a Blizzard and pray that it hits. And it does, but it does not kill, which is unfortunate, and I faint. Then I bring out Normet, and I go for a Strength, but I pass out, and then I go for that. I go for Strength again for Ben. Very close fight. It's just, the healing is just super annoying. Like, sure, it's like, it's in the game for a reason, but it's just, it's too much. It's too much. So I notice I am good at, I'm in the clear, so I go for a Yawn, and I go for another Hyper Potion, and I go and use Strength as many times as I can before it heals, and I take it out. And then it has a Flagon, which is super scary, because Flagon is just scary in general. It has really high attack stat. It has a good moveset too. But after loafing around a minute for a few turns, Ben finishes it off and is fast enough, and I defeat Drake and the champion. Champion was extremely time consuming for me. It took me about a good half hour to take care of Wallace, but thanks to my very beginner editing skills, I shortened it so you don't have to see me struggle throughout every single battle. You can just see how many times I have fainted, because it was a lot. Like a lot. So I bring out Normet to take care of that. I could have used Earthquake, but I was dumb and I chose not to. I have no PP for Thunder, so I try to go for a Flash to lower its accuracy, but I faint. Bring out Crescent to go for a Calm Mind, then I go for a Thunderbolt, but he heals with a full restore, and I faint to a Hydro Pump. I go for a Strength, and that takes out Tentacruel. As a Wish Cash, I go for a Strength as well, but Surf is overpowering me. The healing, it's just healing after healing. It was Hyper Beam and has a recharge, but I know I lost because I lost. He has a Gyarados and a Milotic in the back too, so you can watch me attempt to try and survive, but I try to work the magic because it keeps on using Hyper Beam to recharge, so I heal the same ones over and over again, and it goes for... it's gonna use Hyper Beam again, and then I go for a recharge, so I go for a Strength, and I go for a Thunderbolt for Crescent, thinking that yeah, I won, but I noticed that that was my low deck, so I just let myself annoyingly waste my revives, and then use the money that I get from the Elite Four to go get more, because yeah, don't even know why I bothered doing that. And then I try again. This time I go for a substitute, and I go for a thunder, and I go for another thunder as well, and it 2 shots, which is nice. Tentacruel comes out, I have no more thunders, I only have 2 left. Do the Elite Four, and Phoebe using Grudge, which is really, really annoying. Bring out Guts to take care of Ludicolo, and I realize I have Airlace. That does not check accuracy, so I take him out with that. I switch out to Crescent to take care of Milotic, and I go for a Calm Mind, but its Surf is just overpowering me, because Milotic is just built like that, I guess. And I go for a Thunderbolt, but I faint in the process. But that's okay, we bring out Ben. Oh, we bring out and then I go for a Strength, which takes it out due to a Screech, and a Wishcash takes me out, but I bring out Normet, and I Earthquake it, and I go in Strength, but I faint. I bring out Guts, and I use Facade, but, you know, gotta keep on healing, because healing is fun. Ben comes out, Ben uses Strength, but doesn't, unfortunately, get the kill. Gyarados comes out and just... It's just... It was a really, really difficult fight, but... Use Hyper Beam, he has to recharge, so I go bring out Crescent to go use Thunderbolt. And then it goes for an Earthquake, and I go for Normet. Take it out. Well, before I take it out, I use Strength. Heal up. Finish the battle off with Strength. And... my god. It is over. Champion Wallace has been defeated. I have beaten Pokemon Emerald. Only normal type Pokemon. It's quite the journey. I really enjoyed using these Pokemon though. Like, Delcatty wasn't as disappointing as I thought it was, or what people say it is, but with the right moves and the right, like, TMs and stuff, they're pretty good. They are pretty good Pokemon. I can definitely see myself doing this more in the future. Although they'll take a little bit longer to make, but I can do more of these. Because this one was fun. I enjoyed doing this. But, yeah, I really enjoyed doing Can You Beat Pokemon Emerald with only normal type Pokemon. And it turns out you can. With a little bit of over-leveling and some grinding, and abusing TMs and using them to your advantage, you can beat Pokemon Emerald with only normal type Pokemon. This is Hyper Dragons, and if you guys like this video, please make sure you guys like and subscribe. And yeah, that's all I have from me. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.